You think you know someone until one quiet afternoon changes everything. I was just a teenager when something happened that I still carry in my heart to this day. It wasn't loud. It wasn't violent, but it shook my entire world. Please, watch this story till the end because what happened when no one was home will leave you breathless. Asterisk, I was 16 then. Just an ordinary school kid. Life was steady, not perfect, but calm. My dad was a factory worker, honest and quiet, always home by dinner. He had a close friend named Malik. They met when I was a child and had been friends for over a decade. Malik was around often, especially when Dad worked late. He'd bring tools, help fix our fence, even play board games with me sometimes. My mother had passed when I was 9, so it was mostly Dad and I. Malik filled the silence, joked around, even cooked a few times. It was harmless. I looked up to him. Then came that Thursday afternoon. I had come home early. The house was quiet, still warm from the sun. I thought I was alone, but I wasn't. Asterisk, I remember taking off my shoes and walking into the kitchen to grab a drink. I didn't even hear the front door open, but footsteps followed mine, soft, slow. I turned around, and there was Malik. He smiled at first, the same warm smile he always had. Didn't know you'd be home early, he said. His voice didn't sound strange, but something about the way he stood, too close, too still, made my stomach turn. I laughed nervously, brushing it off. Yeah, school let out early. Then he asked me something that made my heart freeze. Do you ever get lonely here? With just your dad? I forced a smile. I'm used to it. He stepped closer. I moved away. There was a long pause before he said, You're not a little kid anymore. You've grown up so much. I didn't like the way he said it. Something in his eyes changed. The man I once trusted felt like a stranger now. Asterisk, my heart was racing. I wanted to believe I was overthinking it. Maybe he was just being kind. Maybe he didn't mean anything wrong. But then he reached out and touched my shoulder. It wasn't aggressive, just slow, too gentle. Like he had all the time in the world. I backed away instantly. Don't, I whispered. My voice cracked. His hand stayed in the air, frozen. For a second, even he seemed surprised. I didn't mean to scare you, he said, stepping back. I didn't say anything. I walked to the hallway. My hands were shaking, my breath shallow. He didn't follow me. I locked myself in my room, sat on the floor, and cried. Asterisk, that evening, I couldn't hide my fear. My dad noticed right away. What's wrong? He asked. I hesitated. I didn't want to break his heart. Malik was his best friend. But I had to tell him. I told him everything, every word, every look. His face turned pale, then red, then calm again. He hugged me tight and whispered, Thank you for telling me. You did the right thing. The next morning, he went to confront Malik. They didn't fight. They didn't scream, but Malik never came near our house again. Asterisk, the weeks that followed were quiet. My dad checked in on me more often. He made time, even on long work days. He apologized for ever trusting someone blindly. I told him it wasn't his fault. That experience left a scar, but also gave me something powerful, a voice. I learned that silence protects no one. Asterisk. Sometimes I wonder, what if I hadn't come home early? What if I hadn't spoken up? That thought still keeps me up some nights. But I remind myself, courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a whisper that says, This isn't right. That whisper saved me. Asterisk, if you've ever been in a moment where something felt wrong, trust that feeling. Whether it's a friend, a neighbor, or someone close to your family, you have the right to say no, to speak up, to protect yourself. It took everything in me to speak, but it changed the path of my life. I'm safer now, stronger, and if you've ever felt unsafe, know this. Your story matters too. Asterisk. Your voice is your power. Never be afraid to use it.